Hi, everybody. This is Mrs. Badamo, and I'm going to walk you through your economic stock project, the first parts of it. Okay. This is the packet, the document that I sent to you. It gives you instructions. You're starting with $100,000 to invest in stocks and mutual funds. You have to pick 7 corporations and 1 mutual fund for a total of 8 investments. I know when we did the assignment last week about you choose, you're supposed to choose 10 companies that you would like to invest in and why. You're going to pare that down now to 7. Okay, so at the beginning of the project, this is number 2. It says we'll complete the following information for each of the corporations you invest in: stock symbol, full name of the corp, what it does, its business summary, and then why you chose it. And then also in this video, I will show you how to do completing the beginning chart for stocks and the beginning chart for mutual funds. Okay, this stuff in number 4, which we'll go through sheet 5, 6, and 7. We'll go through that tomorrow, Friday, to show you how to do that. So we're just going to stick with the top one, which is stock information and the beginning chart for stocks and mutual funds. Okay, so we're going to scroll down to our next page, right, which is information for stocks. And I give you an example, right? A, MCD, B, McDonald's Corporation, C, what it does, and D, my reason for doing it. And then I set up the document that you could just edit right here with your own information for your own companies. And you say, hey, that sounds great, Mrs. Badamo, but how did you find out all of this information? Well, this is where we're going to get all of our information. The easiest place to get all of our information for the length of this project, the next 5 weeks after this week, so 6 weeks total, we're going to use Yahoo Finance. So we're going to open up a new browser window, right? And we're going to type in finance.yahoo.com. See, it already starts to come up for me because I've used it before. So finance.yahoo.com. It's going to load up for us. Okay. And there's going to be a big and that's going to come up. So we're just going to wait for everything to fully load before we move forward. So this is what the site looks like, right? Up at the top, it says Yahoo Finance. This is where you're going to search for information about different companies and stocks. But how do you actually get a stock quote and information about the company you want to invest in? You're going to go right down here to where it says quote lookup. This is always here underneath the ads. It's always the first search button under Yahoo Finance. And you're like, well, that's great, but how do I do it? How do I use it? Well, just start typing your company's name. For example, McDonald's. And as I start typing, you see this is going to come up, right? McDonald's Corporation, MCD. It says it's an equity stock and it's listed on the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE. That's what that information is, just to help you out. So you're going to click on that. Oh, where did it go? Here we go. Just took a minute to reload. And so now I'm on my McDonald's Corporation page. I got to wait for some of the ads to load here before we start scrolling. Okay, so how do I get the information for stock information? My A, B, C. So my A is right here. Okay, this right here, MCD, that is my stock symbol. This here, McDonald's Corporation, that's the official name of my company. Okay, that's my B. This right here, I'm just going to show it to you because this is going to come up when we do 3 and 4. This is the current trading stock price. It's going to be moving, going up and down as we're here online because it's a live stream, but that is the current price right now. Okay, this page has lots and lots of information about the company, right? If you remember from you see the price is changing, right? Because it's live trading, so it's going to go up and down as we're here. Don't worry about it. Whatever price you write down when you write it down, that's the one it's going to be. If it goes up a few cents, if it goes down a few cents, who cares? Okay, just pick a number from whatever you first see. This section here, remember what I showed you a video on the assignment we had about reading stocks, stock quotes. So I think I sent you a video about how to read through this and what these things mean today. In the world, that's how most people get their information. But we're just going to keep scrolling down the page. What you're going to notice on the left-hand side is all kinds of news articles related to McDonald's, right? And on the right-hand side, you're going to see more ads, but also information about McDonald's. And you're going to get to a section down here that says company. Whoops, I went a little too far. Company profile, right? And so it gives the address of their corporate headquarters, the phone number, their email address. It tells you what type of stock it is. It is a consumer cyclical stock. Remember when I said there was different categories of stocks, blue chip, etc. Cyclical was one of them, and that's this. The industry that it's part of is restaurants. 205,000 are their full-time corporate employees. This is not the people who work in all the individual McDonald's franchise stores. These are just the people in the home corporate office in Chicago. But then right here, this little paragraph, you're going to highlight, you're going to copy it, and then you will paste it. This is the business summary. This is what McDonald's does as a business. So you're going to copy that and you're going to paste that in here to your letter C, right? So we have the stock symbol, the company's official name, and what the company does. For letter D, this is your opinion, but I'd like it to be 2 or 3 sentences. It can be whatever it is. Why did you pick this company to invest in? So, for example, it says, I'm loving it, right? I think it's a great company to work for. Maybe it's a product that you use. Maybe it's your phone, maybe your iPhone, and so you want to invest in Apple. Maybe it's a bank that your family uses that you want to invest in, like Citibank or Chase. Maybe it is a car company that you love that you want to invest in. Whatever the reasons, you're just going to come up with like 2 or 3 sentences here. Maybe it has to do with something like this. Maybe it has to do with something that you've seen or read about the corporation itself. It's been trading strongly for the last 5 years. You could put that in. If you pick the company because you did a search and it said these were the top 10 companies to invest in for 2020, that's fine. Just tell me where you saw the article, where it came from. Make sure you include that information in here. Okay, so that's how to do the first part. And you're going to do this with your 7 companies. Okay, right. In the document, I just start you out with 3. And then I remind you, you can cut and paste, and you're going to do this for all the 7 companies that you're going to invest in. So then the next thing is the beginning chart for stocks. We're going to have this date. I already entered it in, and I even gave you an example. So let's say, besides McDonald's, you wanted to invest in Amazon. Okay, let me show you how to use Yahoo to find that out. So once we do our information for our first company, you don't have to go back to the home page to do a quote lookup again. All you got to do is go to the top of the page, and here it is. So let's say my next company I wanted to invest in was Amazon. So I'm going to start typing Amazon, AMAZ, right? And I've got amazing energy, but this is what I want, Amazon. So I click on that and give it just a chance to load. And now I'm on Amazon page. Okay, same thing. Here's the stock. Oops, jumped, right? Yeah, it keeps reloading. Here's the stock symbol. Here's the full company name, Amazon.com Incorporated. Amazon.com Incorporated. And this is the current price that it's trading at in this very moment, $2,360.76. Okay, so a couple of days ago when I put it up, it was up a little bit higher at $2,404.14. Okay, so then you say, well, that's great. I can find my company's stock symbol. I can find what today's price per share is. How do I know how many shares to buy, Mrs. Bedamo? Well, rule of thumb is you want to spend about $10,000 per company. In this case, Amazon is really expensive. So even if I just buy 10 shares, 10 times this, just move the decimal point over one spot, it's going to be $24,000. But most of your investments are probably under $100 or somewhere around the $100 mark. So a good rule of thumb and easy math is to do 100 shares, right? If it's under $100, 100 shares will equal about $10,000. You could be a little bit above, you could be a little bit below. Okay, once you do this for all your companies, symbol, price, number of shares, and the total, right? The price per share times how many shares you're buying for a total cost, right? Then at the bottom, you're going to add them all up to do your total spent. Remember, you started with $100,000. So $100,000 minus what all these 7 companies together are going to total equals how much cash you have left from the $100,000. Now, I give you a little hint here. You have to use this cash amount, this cash remaining, whatever it's going to be, to subtract your total spent on the next chart, the mutual fund chart. That's down here. Okay, so mutual funds. So I give you an example, BUFBX, which stands for Buffalo Flexible Income. Current price per share the day I made this up for you last weekend actually was $13.54. Way cheap, right? Way below the $100 mark. So I'm doing 100 shares, which equals $1,000. I could do 1,000 shares, then it'd be $13,000. Okay. You don't have, I know there's more lines here. You only have to pick one. You could use this one if you want to. Either way, you're going to get a total, right? You're going to take the cash remaining from your stocks amount there, put this total down here, right? $1,354. Subtract that from the cash remaining, and that's how much cash you actually have left after you've bought all your investments, your 7 companies, and your 1 mutual fund. Well, Mrs. Bedamo, this sounds great, but what if I don't want to use this mutual fund? How can I find a different one? Just go back to Yahoo Finance, go to the top, and then you might type in top mutual funds, right? And if we click that, the page will reload with some ads. And it's going to just give you a list, right? Right, matching mutual funds of the top performing current funds, right? So this is the name of the fund. This is the stock symbol. You can click on any of them. I'll just click on this one. Right. Okay. And it's Matthew. China Small Company Fund is the name of the fund. The MCSMX is its trading symbol. And it currently is trading at $16.81 a share in the mutual fund. Okay. You can put that in. All right, so hopefully that showed you how to get through the first 4 parts of this project. Tomorrow I will post another video to show you how to do the beginning chart, the weekly update chart, which is number 5, the transaction sheet, which is number 6, and the graphing chart, which is 7. But like I said, I'll go through that with you tomorrow. Okay, if you'd like, it's probably easy to get started with the weekly price update chart just by putting in your companies and the price per share, right? So you can even get that done today. If you have any questions, please send me an email. Send me a message via Canvas inbox. Send me a remind message. Use my Google Voice to either text me a message or call me with a message. I'm available usually between 9 and 5 p.m. all day long. I'm online checking, grading, making new information, answering questions, tracking information down, helping students out. But I am available before and after those hours too. It's just not as constant. It's, when I go in and check on things. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, get some sunshine. Talk to you soon.